Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. I'm your host, your purveyor of all things dorky within the scope of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I am Grum. It is good to see you. Good to have you. Good to be in your earballs and your eyeballs today. Today's episode is a good one. It is myself. It is Gerp123. It is Basque getting together. We're talking about the time Floyd Mayweather Jr. fought the Big Show at WrestleMania. It's a part of, look, WrestleMania, it brings the stars out, and it is a great time. You know, you get some celebrity involvement. This is like a string of where, like, 23 there was, you had Donald Trump involved, 24 Floyd Mayweather, 25 you had Mickey Rourke involved. I don't think there was anything for 26. 27 was like The Rock, 28's The Rock, 29, The Rock, 30, The Rock. You know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. But it always, the WWE likes to bring celebrities, get them involved, get the WrestleMania event itself out there in a way that really can't be done outside of pro wrestling. Like, you think about it, right? It's like, oh, guest star, right? But it's not like a guest star, right? Because a guest star shows up on your show, they do a couple of scenes, and then they leave. But, like, if there's somebody who is, a celebrity who is trying to train to get into the professional wrestling ring, much like Floyd Mayweather did for this, although he didn't really, he did a little basic stuff, but, like, Bad Bunny did extensive training, Johnny Knoxville, Logan Paul. There's been, very recently, but also Lawrence Taylor back in 94. Like, 95, not 94, 95. Like, it's just a matter of, like, when it's more involved, right? Because a guest star stars as themselves, right? Floyd Mayweather could be on a television show as Floyd Mayweather Jr., and he doesn't really have to act. He just gets to be himself in some situations. Whereas, like, in pro wrestling, Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to, learn how to take a couple hits and have holds that don't, really hurt, or, kind of learn how to pull some off of his punch, in some cases, but we talk about when he didn't, as well as No Way Out. It's overall, like, it's fun because nowhere else in entertainment do you have this level of committed involvement when you have a guest star element. And I think it's really neat because it makes wrestling unique in that sense. And obviously it's been proven to be a good vehicle for, like, celebrities. I'd say it's like 50-50 now, but overall, but in like recent history, most celebrity involvement has been well received because now you're getting people who want to be there, and they're not just using WWE or pro wrestling as just another tour on their promotional tour, like, you're getting people who legitimately enjoy the product, who enjoy being a pro wrestler, enjoy the spectacle of it all. They take it for everything it's worth and are committed to it because they understand. Bad Bunny was like, I love pro wrestling. Like, I'm going to be I'm going to train. Dude showed up at WrestleMania Royal Rumble 2 years ago for no reason. Like, or 1 year ago. I guess it was 2020, but time is a mistress beast. But this episode is a fun episode. We got Gerb, we got Bass. We talk about, this boxing match. Really a fight between two guys who were boxers. Big Show did a little bit of boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of the greats of all time. We also talk about, like, like, who you think you could beat in a fight, like, kind of along some, like, the Creator Clash. We talked about that. And some other stuff, but it's a good episode. It's a fun episode. I always say it, but we even made fun of it. But it's good to have people like Gerp and Basque who aren't real wrestling fans. Like, Basque has come by the Discord, which, by the way, grum.tv, discord.grum.tv can get you the link, get you into the Discord for WrestleMania in, I guess this drops in 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from now, August 1st, August 2nd. Also, check out Dork Side of the Ring on YouTube, which if you're watching this on YouTube, hi, hello, I'm waving to you. But also, check it out. We put some stuff up there. I'm hoping by the end of next week. I'm hoping by the 31st of March to have my big Sami Zayn video project done. The script at the point that this is uploaded on YouTube and on the main feed is done. Is all done, baby. It's all done. Also, check out I don't know about TikTok, but I'm definitely going to start putting some shorts onto YouTube so you can get some clips of the shows and whatnot. I think that's pretty neat to do. I've been farting around with that. It's a good time. For all, next week's episode is a fun episode, but I'll talk about that at the end of the episode. I don't have much else to talk about. WrestleMania is around the corner, so I'm excited for that. Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Finn Balor. That'll be a fucking blast. I'm just all for a incredible time. We're getting to where we're kind of I don't know what AEW's setting up for Double or Nothing. They announced Forbidden Door 2 in June, so that's exciting, and I hope we get some Mercedes money. As get some involvement, maybe get some Jamie Hayter action, or also who knows? I don't know. I also I'm very happy the AEW went and signed Taya Valkyrie. Love her, great talent. Should have been all elite probably from the start, but you know how those contracts get, and that's it. That's all I got. That's it. I know you come to me expecting to have a 10-minute rant at the start. I don't. Not today. Pro wrestling is fun, and I love it. That's all I got to say. Nothing. No need to shorten that or anything. So I love it. I love pro wrestling. I love GURP. I love Basque. I love this episode. Episode 82. Floyd Mayweather taking on the Big Show. I was going to say show. Taking on the Big Show at WrestleMania 24 here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast.
But I wish I had a drum.
You're not recording yet, right?
No, I mean yes, I am. I mean no, certainly no.
Please put that as the cold open.
It might be. Look, it might be just the. I might just do it from. Tell me you're not recording. You're not recording, right? I might just make that the point, and then make people wonder what we were talking about before.
Yeah. How many slurs we said?
Yeah, no. Yes, certainly. Yes, no. Absolutely. Yes. All of them. I said get them out. Basque.
Grum.
Yeah, you know me. I had to get them all out. I couldn't say any of them. Yep. I had to get
them out of your system before we started.
100%. And I'm glad I did. It's very good. GURP got in on him. Said someone he taught me some that I didn't know. And Basque, you've been holding back, bud.
Look,
sign language had that many slurs. The way those hands moved.
Oh boy! Basque got on camera just to show me a book of them. And
I
said, wow, that's a lot.
Do you remember when Jim Jam was going through the lists of white lists for white people?
Yeah. Blank Google Docs.
Yeah. Alabaster snow,
oh my god!
So
it's great.
Do you know about that GURP? There was was it it wasn't Ole Miss, right?
Oh yeah, that was the college. It was a Southern college of some sort.
Yeah, it was like an SEC college, I think, and somebody had compiled a list of slurs for white people.
It was the Black Student Union or something along. It was
that's fantastic that they distributed that to people.
And
that's amazing.
And our pal Jim Jam, who's been on the show, and in the Discord, I think you guys for some pay-per-views and whatnot. He's like, I have to get this, and literally went and found it, and then used
Auburn Black Student Union.
It was Auburn, that's right. Went through all of them in a single day. He made it a mission to use every single one and called
amazing.
Every white person in this chat to be just like I said, blank Google Doc, alabaster snow person,
Ku Klux Karen.
Yeah, Ku Klux Karen.
That's a very good one.
What was it?
These are all every one of these was a heater. I'm dead serious. They were all so good.
Banger after banger.
Unsalted saltine.
Unsalted saltine's very good.
There was a couple other ones that were just like a glue person, like
Yeah.
but
There were some that they like didn't put much effort into, but they were like still just fine.
it's all how you deliver them, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you call somebody a blank Google Doc, which is my favorite one, it's stuck in my. But if you call somebody a
It's
blank Google
simple.
Doc, it's simple, but it's how you call them that, obviously.
Mhm.
So I'm glad we got all of them out before we
Yeah.
started recording. We're here on the dork side of the ring. Everything we talked about was a bit, I swear.
Yeah.
But we've got
And if you don't believe that, call my lawyer.
call Chet Ripley now.
Yes.
A goddamn blank Google Doc.
And we got a fun one today. It's another one
It's
of
always
the.
a fun one on this podcast. Come on.
That's true, but we got a fun one today because it's yet another mixing of the pool of guests. I got one from CPF. I got a Twitch bud here. It's gonna be good time. In fact, let me introduce you to them. On the one side of the table, we've got user Basque. Hello, Basque.
Good evening.
And on the other
Or
side of the
good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be.
good day, good night, or good time. Good time zone is always a good call. And on the other side of the digital table, we've got my esteemed moderator, Gerp123. Hello, bud.
Hey. I'm not having a good time zone because daylight savings made me miss my McGriddle this morning, and I'm still salty about that.
Oh
I
no.
woke up. So I worked a lot yesterday, and I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. And I woke up and I saw it was 1:30 in the afternoon. I just about threw my phone. I was sick. I was sick to my stomach.
No, that's I woke up at 9:30 today. Because I'm an old man, so I go to sleep and I wake up early, even if I go to sleep late. Like I went to bed at. I try to stay up for daylight saving time on both ends, just so it doesn't mess with my sleep. Like my brain doesn't go, did I get 8 hours of sleep last night? Or
Yeah.
But I went to bed at like 12:30, woke up at 9:30, and I was like, no, that's about 8 hours. Yeah, we're good. Like,
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
Nailed
we
it.
made it. You know, and since then I had to do some editing, recording, all that stuff, doing a bunch of other stuff. But daylight savings time, I'm old enough now where it doesn't fuck with me too much because I'm normally like asleep early enough. Now, what'll throw me off is
You're an old man, is what you're saying.
I'm elder. I'm an elder man. I would not say I'm old, but I am elder. So
He's lacking that youthful spark that we have.
I do have that youthful spark. It's just it takes a
Okay.
little bit. It's like a recharge. You know, you end up
Fair.
getting like, all right, cool, youthful spark. All right, we gotta slow down.
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah.
rebuild.
It's on cooldown now.
It's on cooldown. Exactly.
Exactly. We're gamers.
It's like Mercy's Res. You know, it's a 30-second. You know, where it used to be spammable. It's not spammable.
I feel so left out of the
Overwatch.
Overwatch jokes. I'm like,
Well, boy, howdy, am I going to have a surprise for you when I join a wrestling podcast?
It's all right. Bass doesn't know them either.
no, I don't.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the funny
great.
part.
It's great. But no, it's funny because Gerb had a podcast way back when for the Overwatch League.
Old days.
Yeah, when
Season one.
when Overwatch League was good. And you know,
Okay.
What?
Subjective, yeah.
Okay, sure.
We're doing some
subjective.
Overwatch calendar.
Okay, the league improved after the pandemic. And I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to move on.
Yeah, because they just stopped pretending that they actually cared about the cities that they were claiming. Yeah.
Because they made a mistake in thinking that they could travel to every single city and it being a home game, and they only got saved because a global pandemic was like, hey, just play on LAN. And they're like, you know what? This is easier.
Yeah, this makes way more sense.
Way
Wow.
more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker, people who don't understand esports trying to make esports a thing. A story as old as time. But this isn't an Overwatch podcast, this is a wrestling podcast. And it's a wrestling...
Man.
Sorry, Gerb. And as such, I want to reintroduce my guest. Bass, this is your third? No, third?
It could be third. It could be fourth.
Yeah, it's your third
Hey.
podcast feed appearance. Your fourth overall. We did the what was it? It was In Your House 5. I think.
Whichever one we did, the milk truck. We did. We talked about that one town in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
God.
God. Yeah, Vince McMahon versus God.
Yep.
That's classic.
Yeah. And then I think it was In Your House 5. I know for a fact I got Bass to watch the it was, or maybe it was 4. It was a really bad one. And but it was saved by King Mabel versus Yokozuna in a bout of two guys that weighed over half a ton combined.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
It was like a 600-pound guy versus a 500-pound guy. Incredible
My people.
stuff. Yes. But as it is, please reintroduce yourself. Tell the people a little bit about you and what you got working on, if you have anything you got working on.
Oh no, I'm just hanging out. I'm just it's spring break, so like I'm sleeping in. Life's good-ish, mostly.
Nice.
We're just hanging out,
That's all that matters. Just hanging out, living good, living the spring break life. That is good. On the other side of the table, Gerp, how about you?
Hello.
Reintroduce yourself to the people. Hold on. This is your third time.
Third.
Yes.
This is my third appearance.
Yep. Okay.
Correct. We got the classic Chucky.
The very first episode.
Episode number 1, and no one can take that.
No
from
one
me.
can take that from you.
Goddamn right.
And then
episode 1, Chucky, and then I don't know the number of this episode, but it was the 4th of July special because I'm so patriotic.
Yeah, it was Mr. America, who was certainly not Hulk Hogan in a red, white, and blue mask. No.
The most unique, original, and iconic wrestler, Mr. America.
Mr. America. Gerb, how about you? Who are you? Let the people know who you are and where they can find you.
I am Gerp123, and in terms of what I've been working on, I have been working on Destiny. You can find me playing Destiny, and that's about it. Twitter is at Gerp123. Not that I ever post anything on there, but who knows? Could uptake in the future.
It could. People could be like, man, I'm all about Destiny. I would like to play Destiny and whatnot. Are you doing the what is it, Lightfallen?
Yes, Lightfall, the new DLC that just came out. It's been a good time.
Have you beaten it?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on my second and third characters right now.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good. That's always good. So
basically, Overwatch League and Destiny are what I'm about. That's it. Overwatch and Destiny.
So one good thing and one bad thing.
All right. To each their own.
I'm sorry. I'm not bitter at all that they decided to just say, "Hey, we're not actually the Philadelphia Fusion anymore," despite the Philadelphia Fusion being like one of the better supported teams.
It hurts. It hurts to see the Philly branding go away. It makes sense for them as they were in Seoul for the past 3 years anyway, but it's sad to see Philly go.
Yeah.
We got Vegas instead, and Vegas is coolish enough team.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, fuck.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck Blizzard on top of everything else, but fuck them especially for removing the Philadelphia Fusion from my life. Damn
that
you.
specifically.
I still wear my Winston Philadelphia Fusion home and away skins. All right.
Oh, Winston Overwatch, my favorite,
and my Reinhardt ones because they're nice and orange like my beard.
There you go.
But yeah, so Gerp, this is your third time on.
Sure.
And if I remember correctly, you don't know jack shit about pro wrestling.
No, I do not.
None. Zero.
No, my first entrance into pro wrestling was episode 1 of this podcast, when afterwards we watched about 2.5 hours of extra wrestling content.
We did do that, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was me seeing Undertaker throw what's his name off of
Mankind?
Mankind, yes. Off of a Hell in a Cell?
Yep.
I knew that. Those are wrestler words. I got the trigger words down. I can survive a conversation.
You're like, oh yeah, that's my favorite Hell in a Cell. You're like, it's like a Mad Libs. You're like, Hell in a Cell. The Undertaker.
It's like the video game where it's like the bar's going up. They're starting to get suspicious. I said the word. It goes back down. We're averted.
But no wrestling taking or content consumption more than that, and Mr. America. So good baseline. You know enough about pro wrestling. You know that Mankind got thrown off a Hell in a Cell. You know that Chucky one time threatened Rick Steiner, and I
do remember that.
Did watch Mr. America debut and then wrestle Roddy Piper. where
I don't know why I'm over here doing like I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I like it. You're going along with it. You're
like a insert person did this. I was like, yeah, no, I remember that.
I remember someone ran into an ambulance with a semi truck. That was a fun time.
I famously watched that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Did I show you that? I did show you that. I'm saying the GURP.
I thought you were talking to me. I was like, no, I don't see that.
I did. I remember we did show GURP that later. Was that The Rock was in an ambulance and Hulk Hogan ran him over with a semi truck.
It was a good time. That was
great
fun.
Time.
That was a fun one.
Now that I think about that, I'm gonna have to throw that, and that might be what I have to show Jim Jam. And his guess. I was going to do something different, but I think that might actually top it. But on the other side,
look at me, just helping the show out left and right.
Fantastic. I love you, girl.
Thank you.
Somebody else I love, Basque. So it's your third or fourth. You haven't watched much older pro wrestling, but you have joined us for our watch-alongs in the Discord every month for the WWE pay-per-views.
It is a great part of my life to watch wrestling with my good pals. I will say it is not something I follow very closely, but just being like, oh, hey, this is a thing that's happening tonight? Cool, I'll watch. Like, it's not like it's not like the Timberwolves where I'm like, I have to like mentally prepare myself to be disappointed every night, but like, it's cool, it's fun.
I want you to know, Basque, I had somebody on that actually just uploaded their episode. They do a Sixers podcast, but they were doing a watch along from they were going to do a playback watch along of the Wolves Sixers game, and we were talking about the Wolves Sixers, and I made a joke about the Wolves as I always do.
Look, it's fair game.
Yeah, and I don't think it was anything like low. I think it was just more of like run of the mill of like, I think it might have been taking a shot about the whole, just basically Karl Anthony Towns just not being around for the last.
Dude, it's killing me.
And how just like that used to be our problem. Like we have no idea if Joel Embiid is he a real person?
Dude, it was like, I will say today we don't need to do like full Wolves stuff, but I will say
this is now a Wolves podcast.
I've commandeered the podcast.
I had my Overwatch time, you know what? I set that.
Clear out.
Yeah. Yep. But no, there was look, he posted a Snapchat of him like in the gym today. So you know what? It's okay. Life might be okay in like a week and a half when he comes back. It's okay.
And the West is dog shit, so
everybody is fucking terrible.
It's great. But we made it. I made my joke, and they were like, "Don't edit that out if we lose." And I'm like, I don't plan on editing it out. We're gonna win. Like I have zero doubt.
There is nobody that stands on their words more than Grum. I will tell you that right now.
My God.
Look, I have had allegedly I've had some bad takes. I will not confirm nor deny them. However, if you press me about them,
this is better than Giannis.
if I may or may not have at one time said that Ben Simmons in 2021 was, if he was aggressive, he'd be as good as Giannis. And
that was,
to be fair,
days in the court of my life.
To be fair, it wasn't that bad. It was bad.
No, at the time, it wasn't.
Right?
It really wasn't.
But it also. When I got off that take, Kendrick Perkins got on that take, so I'm all right. Like the heat got off of me. I appreciate Big Perk.
You still also had the take that the Digimon theme song was better than Bakugan, and I'm not gonna let that one go.
Okay, Bakugan. All right, no one talks about Bakugan. That is
Bakugan theme song slaps.
Hold on, here.
So many Bakugans.
No,
thank you.
See, this is this is an age thing because Bakugan. When I was coming up in these anime streets, right? Of all the animes that were cash grabs at extra merchandising like Beyblade and all the monster ones.
Oh, of course.
Bakugan was the most blatant ripoff and the most blatant merchandise cash grab. So I did not watch it. Plus, I was a little older. But to me, Bakugan
You can't tell me the balls were cool. Either weren't cool. You cannot tell me that the balls weren't cool.
See, I grew up with Beyblade was cool.
They had some cool ass dragons and birds. Like, dude, I still have them downstairs. I still have them in a drawer. Like,
they gave you cards that were just like sheets of metal that you could whip at the wall, and they would like stick into drywall.
I will say that Giving
It was
those
fun.
to children, aggressively bad idea. But other than that, awesome.
Again, proof that it just was like the last of a dying breed, because that's all my, like, when I was young, they gave us solid gold Pokemon cards if you went to I think it was Burger King. You went to
I remember that.
If you went to Burger King around like 2000 and I think it was 2000 for the second movie, they gave you 8 cards, and it was maybe it was just for the first movie. I don't remember. Yeah, it was the first movie because you got Mewtwo, Mew, Pikachu, Blastoise, Charizard, Venusaur, and then Dragonite, and I think it was Gengar.
Was that the movie where Mewtwo had the armor on at the beginning?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The very first one. Where
I posted this in the Cord earlier. I was like, top 11 Pokemon, no debate. Mewtwo with the armor in the Pokemon movie, coolest Pokemon I've ever seen in my entire life.
Can confirm.
That is beautiful.
There's been, man. There's like now
Butterfree. Continue.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 now, so now there's like some really cool ones. Like this new generation is some of my favorite Pokemon.
Have y'all seen
designs.
Metapod?
I have seen Metapod. Yeah. You've seen Metapod.
Look at that.
Yeah, Metapod.
No,
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's incredible, and I wish they sold when I was a kid, mind you. I'm old now. I'm older now. I can definitely buy. They definitely have a figure, but they didn't sell a figure with the armor on.
That would have been so cool.
So like,
okay. Now I got to put that in my list of things that I have to look at on eBay. Thanks for that.
but they do have them now. I think I'm sure there's Funko Pops of it.
They have everything now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's like
when there's money to be made, it exists.
Somebody with a 3D printer. Someone with a 3D printer absolutely made that.
Oh, absolutely.
And they can charge you $150 for it for $10
And
worth of material and a design they stole.
And I'll absolutely pay for it. I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take my money, dude.
I have to. Thankfully, I can practice some self-control. But a couple of years ago, no, I would have been.
I'm a college student. There is no self-control here.
This conversation would have made me like, look, we're gonna put the pause on the podcast. I'm gonna go. Let me go look on eBay real quick to see how much it costs. But no, I'll let Basque do that, and then Basque will tell me how much it costs. And then,
like $20 is what I'm seeing right now.
See, perfect. That's
easy.
I don't need it. So
yeah,
you
don't need it yet.
I don't need it yet. You're right. But what I do need is to ask you guys some contextual questions. All right. So we know wrestling. I mean, Gerp, not so much, but Basque, you've watched some stuff with us and just in general, being proximity to some of the most fanatical wrestling fans, you just kind of through osmosis learn. But do either of you consider yourself boxing fans?
I've seen, like, I don't consider myself a fan. Like, I don't watch it, but like, hey, I will say I know this is not close to boxing, but I did watch like some of the boxing and pride fighting.
Okay. All right.
Like some of the old pride fighting boxing, but that's it.
Okay, interesting. That's it. You're like, I didn't watch like boxing, but I went and watched like pride fighting.
Well, because they were like, yeah, pride, but they had like a boxer in pride. I was like, what is going on here?
Oh yeah, no, pride was insane because it's just like almost lawless, but it's not. But it's also like it's rawer than the UFC, yet somehow better at times. But like,
yeah,
then the best pride fighters went to the UFC and then kind of like killed off the pride. What about you, Gerp? Do you consider yourself a boxing fan at all?
So when Basque started talking, I thought we were going to make the same point, but I realized I'm much more of a fucking zoomer over here. In terms of boxing, I've only recently gotten into it. I knew it, yeah.
Knew it.
Because of the fucking creator clash and the chess boxing event that just happened.
Oh, the creator clash.
The creator clash was cool. They did it in a decent fashion. I know it's not it's not the professional sport. But as an intro into the sport for someone like me who doesn't really watch too many sports, and just to see it like open to the public more than just like diehard boxing fans, it was cool. So that's my experience with it, where like I can I've kind of followed some of the people doing their training, so I can appreciate the sport for more than just like 30 seconds in the ring.
Okay. Yeah.
I was expecting one of you to talk about the creator clash in chess boxing, to be honest. I was like, I'm asking this question to two Zoomers. Like, I'm boned here. Like, I'm gonna be like, I watched, growing up, I watched Bernard Hopkins, blah, blah, but
I will say it is incredible to see. Like, it's just really interesting. Like, if you had told me like 5-6 years ago that online creators would all of a sudden start getting into like fighting, Jake the Paul brothers, all that stuff. I would be like, I do not know. I understand it now. I see it. I get it.
And the thing is, it's like funny to me is that like when I was growing up, boxing was kind of on a downward slope in the sense of like, you really only got a couple fights. You got about 6 fights a year that were worth a damn,
Rocky already peaked. Like,
no, but you would get like Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, and then like some heavyweight fights. The brothers from fucking Russia. I want to say the Klitschko's, but that's not it. That's Vladimir.
The first time I was like made aware of boxing really was the Pacquiao Mayweather fight that happened a while ago, because that was like everywhere in pop culture. So like I couldn't go anywhere without hearing about it.
That was a great night because that night was also Game 7 between the Spurs and the Clippers, and it was an incredible Game 7. It's just one of those like nights that stick out in my head because it's like, all right, cool. We'll watch the basketball game, and then we'll watch Pacquiao and Mayweather fight. And it had been like, I think the age thing between the three of us, like for me being roughly 10 years older than both of you, almost, give or take. That match was the thing I wanted my entire following of boxing. I was like, wait, hold on. They're the same weight. Why don't they fight? Like, why don't they? Wait a second. Why aren't they fighting? Like,
What year was that fight?
That was 2012? I want to say.
Yeah, I was in middle school.
10 years ago, Don?
Yeah, I want to say it was 2012. Maybe 2013?
That's crazy. All right, now I gotta look it up.
Let's see. It's Mayweather and then
Pacquiao Mayweather won, right?
Yeah.
Did they fight again?
I don't think they ever did. 2015. Good lord. Why did I think 2012? So 2015.
Oh, I was 16. Okay.
Yeah.
I was 15. Look at that.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Maybe I'm thinking of a different fight then. Hold on, because there was a Game 7 between the Spurs Clippers before a boxing fight, and it might have been this. It might have been 2015. I just don't believe it being 2015 because time doesn't exist. It's a fucking
time has never existed since March 2020.
Yeah, no.
By the way, I hope you guys observed yesterday's national holiday, the National Rudy Gobert Got COVID Day, 3rd year anniversary.
You're starting center.
Hey, guilty as charged.
But no, I forgot. I missed it yesterday. I was doing other things, but I surely should have used it to dunk on.
I didn't know it existed.
Completely.
So basically, there's a basketball player, Rudy Gobert, and before the pandemic in 2020, right before it, right? People are talking about it, hey, are you taking precautions towards it to Rudy Gobert? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, I'm taking precautions about it. No, it's not something. Basically, it was it's not on my radar at all. It's not that.
This was before it really hit.
Right, right before people
that had it.
So
it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. So what happened was he sits there, says, oh, I'm not concerned about it, and then goes and touches all the microphones at the podium. And
here's the deal.
And a day later, he tested positive for COVID.
Oh no!
Right?
This man.
Because he got it, and it was like the first like really big. Like, I think like there was somebody that got it. Not who was the actor that
Tom
got
Hanks.
it? Like, really,
Tom Hanks got it, and then everyone was like, "Oh shit, Tom Hanks has it!" And then they shut down.
Not Woody.
Yeah, because then Rudy got it, and they had to like quarantine like the whole team, and they were like, "Oh shoot, this is the night the NBA," and then they just started canceling all the games. Like all the games stopped at like halftime. It was crazy.
And then we didn't have sports for months. It was a great time, but also mostly a horrible time. It was a great time because it's like cool. I could just watch pro wrestling. And that's the only thing. And people either have to accept pro wrestling as entertainment or don't. But then it was horrible for every other reason. Like it was it was a bad time. But yeah, so happy Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID day.
One last thing on that, I will say our local. This was before Bally, before Fox Sports. Fox Sports got bought by Bally, and they were showing like old Minnesota sports games every other night or whatever. I'm like, they showed like one game of the Timberwolves. I'm like, yeah, no, this is fair. There's no other. They showed us like Game 6 of the 2004 Western Conference Western Conference second round.
Yeah, I
was like, you know what? Fair.
They got nothing good. I mean, like maybe a couple of North Star games, but then that gets when we're like, can we even show North Star games because it's
exactly because it's not because they're down in Dallas
now. But yeah, wild times. The reason
go ahead. I was just saying, shout out to The Last Dance, the documentary.
Yeah, it held everybody's together for an extra couple weeks. But yeah, so I asked about like boxing because today's topic does involve a boxer.
I guessed it.
Stepping in the wrestling ring. Now, my question is I'm glad you brought up the creator clash, Gerp. But if you can train for boxing, this question is for both of you. If you could train for boxing, who do you want to box? Now, mind you, this is like you have to follow the rules of boxing. You can't go overboard. You can't. You can't stab them and all that, right? So, like, keep that in mind. So, who do you want to fight in a boxing ring that ideally you'd be able to, like, I beat them in a boxing match?
I have two answers.
Okay.
The first one is Muggsy Bogues.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, but he's got a name like Muggsy, and you don't want to fuck with him.
He's the smallest NBA player of all time.
Do you? Right? He was no. I think that would have been Earl Boykin. Earl Boykin, I thought was like 5'4".
It might, he was either the smallest or second smallest NBA player of all time.
Do you remember? You've seen Space Jam, right?
Yes.
Gerp.
Oh,
Gerp, you haven't seen Space Jam?
I haven't seen Space
like the
Jam.
First one with Michael Jordan.
The first Space Jam, the original Space Jam. I haven't seen it.
Well, then never mind. Then
everybody gets mad at me when I say that. I'm not going to get mad. Thanks for making me put it on the podcast.
I'm not getting mad. I'm not mad at. Look, there's a lot of stuff to watch. Okay, then never mind. Because I was going to say he's one of the best.
I've seen all the Minions movies.
You know what? A Minion is basically Muggsy Bogues, like around the same height.
Yeah, he's like Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lie and say that I haven't seen all of those. Actually, no, that is not a lie. I just want to clarify things that I was lying when I said I saw them all.
You were lying. You did not see them all.
I have not. There's one of them I missed.
Which one?
I don't know. I don't know how many there are.
So you're not sure if you've missed them all. No, you've seen them all. To your knowledge,
I didn't expect you to ask me to like prove which Minions movies I've seen.
I didn't expect you to say you watched every Minion movie except one.
This is weird.
I didn't expect to be yelled at for not watching Space Jam. My defensive countermeasures are deflect.
Hey, that's fair. Yeah, I
forget the podcast. We are now doing Minions trivia for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, which Minion is Muggsy Bogues? Is it A, Kevin, B, Bob, or C,
Gru?
Yeah, or Gru. Yeah, and they're like, well, C, it's clearly not Gru. Like, false. It's actually Gru. Gru is a Minion.
Gru is Muggsy Bogues.
They both tested INFB on the personality type quiz.
The B is for banana. Yes. Okay. So Muggsy Bogues. Basque. Who's the second?
Muggsy Bogues, and then I'm still like not entirely sure if he's like a grown man or not, but I'm beating the shit out of Hasbullah.
Oh, jeez. Hasbulla, I believe, is I think 20.
Is he a grown man or is he a child? I really don't know.
I believe he's 22. I believe he's 22.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, I'm fighting him.
Okay, all right.
I never said I was gonna pick a fair fight.
No, I didn't. I didn't expect you to. I expected it's like, look, I get this person 100% for 15 rounds of 2 minutes of just teeing off on him. Yeah. Gerp, do you have anybody you would like?
I have two as well.
Okay.
If I were to take it seriously and train and find an opponent that would actually give me a boxing match that I could like put a lot of effort into, it would be my best friend Antonio from high school, who is like pretty identical in size to me, and I feel like it would make a great show, and it would just be a good sporting event. In terms of a dream boxing match of someone who I would love to punch in the fucking face.
Oh, that's a good.
Ted Cruz has the most punchable face I've ever seen in my life, and like his stupid, sad smile keeps popping into my head, and I think I would pick that one. I would punch the Zodiac Killer.
I didn't even think about that. I should have gone that way, not like people I know I would beat. Like, no, I should have gone people I get to punch.
Go ahead. Like, there's no. I'm not limiting it to two. It's just like, who do you want?
Bring me Ben Shapiro, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Also, why do you say you didn't think you could just tee off on him? You think Ben Shapiro could
not?
He thinks it's going to be a challenge.
How tall is he's probably my height.
No,
like,
he's 5. He can't be taller than 5'8".
Okay, that's probably.
It says 5'9.5" on my license. So take that, liberals.
He can't be. No, he's absolutely.
Okay, yeah, I could beat him. Never mind. If he's 5'9", I'm 6'2".
His height doesn't matter. It's Ben Shapiro. You can blow on him and he'll fall over.
He's 5'7", so
I would see. But now thinking back, I just pay money to watch Muggsy Bogues run around me. Like, he's just much faster than me. I'm 6'2" and like exceptionally large. Muggsy Bogues is 5'3" and like fast as lightning. I'd love that. That'd be fun.
He'd be teeing off on your belly, just like
exactly,
like Shane McMahon shadow punches.
Speed bag.
I would also love to absolutely murder the Pokemon Bidoof with a pair of boxing gloves. We can move on.
What? Basket.
There's so many better Pokemon you could have picked.
I fucking hate Bidoof. It's the worst Pokemon they've ever made. I hate him. Continue.
Damn. All right. Damn. Okay. I mean,
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Fuck, I have to get you a Christmas gift. I just met you today.
No, that's the rule.
I didn't know this was involved.
Look, Gerb, this is a blood bond now.
Jesus.
Yeah, bonded by blood. But no, those are good answers. Thank you. I would love to just get in a boxing ring and tee off on several people. Just several at once.
You gotta give us at least one.
I don't know. Just
you gotta answer the question.
I asked the question. Why do I have to answer the question?
Yeah, you gotta have an answer too. You're 1/3 of this podcast right now.
I'm the host. I'm more than a third. All right, like I'm 2/3, and you guys are.
You don't have a show without the talent. Okay.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong. I'd have to reformat the show.
All right, I'll hold this. Which current Philadelphia 76er would you like to fight?
See, that's the problem. I used to want to tee off on
why is it Furkan Korkmaz?
I don't have ill will towards Furkan Korkmaz.
I know. I'm joking.
I'm like,
this man has a name like Furkan Korkmaz?
Yeah, I'd pop his cork.
Okay.
I'd pop his cork.
Big Furk.
Big Furk.
See, this is the thing about talking to sports people. I can't tell if they're making stuff up, and I'm just not in on the joke. You're talking about someone named Furkan Korkmaz, and I'm just like, yeah, that exists.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. I probably would also want to tee off on.
That's for golf. We're talking about.
No. Yeah, but I'm using their neck. I'm using their neck as a tee, and my fists are the club. Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, I was gonna say Matisse Thybulle.
Only because if I have to hear about him being a reclamation project and how he's flourishing in Portland, where he's averaging the same amount of points that he was before, I'm gonna have to hurt him.
But Grum, don't you understand? He's getting highlights posted to Twitter. He must be good now.
No. I would also like
because someone has a fan cam doesn't mean they're good.
I'd also like to tee off on Doc Rivers.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I'd also like to tee off. I'd like to tee off on the entire Flyers like team, every single one of them, because they're just the Flyers. I'm disgusted by them. So that's my
anybody
answer.
who plays Wrecking Ball in Overwatch. That's another answer for me.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Diabeto, watch out. Love the ball. Love the ball.
I hate Wrecking Ball.
Yeah, those are Matisse Thybulle, Doc Rivers, the entire Flyers organization. Yeah, except Danny Briere, you're good. You just got here, so you got well, not really, but you got power. So
he has a grace period of some
yeah,
sort.
exactly. Yeah, he's fine.
I'd like to see a showmanship match between Grum and Gritty. That would be a good one.
Me and I would box Gritty. I would, but I feel like it's just a mirror match. I'd go for
It
like
literally is.
Like we both would just like eye each other up, rub our bellies like a little bit.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
just big
And then
movements.
haymaker after haymaker right there.
It'd be like-
and that's the bread and butter.
it's Kong versus Godzilla, except it's me versus a monster
The
version.
battle
of
of the giant oranges.
See, that would be fun if you put like a professional, like an athlete inside of a mascot costume, then to fight like a normal person.
That's oh my god, Basque. We have to call Fox or ABC or somebody. It's not the masked singer. It's the masked boxer.
Oh,
That's it.
I'm so in.
Right, and
Don't
you just
lose.
and you
get that out of the podcast.
yeah, like I need to get a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer. Talk to Suze or somebody. Let's get a trademark going.
You have to stand there and get punched in the face by a famous person, and you have to guess who punched you.
Look,
Who's that behind Oscar the Grouch?
who's the ostrich? It's Aaron Donald. It's just like I don't
Tom
know.
Hanks just punched me.
Like, imagine you're on that show and you're like, hey, like, it's a reality show. You get to guess who the celeb is. Cool. What do you mean guess who the celeb is? And you're like, oh, well, you're going to get in a fight with them for 2 minutes in a boxing match. And they're in an entirely mascot-esque outfit. And you have headgear. Good luck. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Are any of them professional athletes? Yes. Fuck. Like who would be the? I said Aaron Donald, but who's like the right on the cusp of like you wouldn't mind them being the celebrity, but you also don't want them to be the celebrity. But
Rudy Giuliani. I don't mind him punching me because like why not? But also I don't want to meet him. If I have a chance to meet a celebrity, I want anybody else. But he was on The Masked Singer, so if I paid to watch that show and he walked out, I would have been disappointed too.
That clip is always.
I wasn't expecting Rudy Giuliani or the logic of like I'm not afraid of getting hit by him. I just don't want to meet the guy.
Have you seen
Jesus.
the clip of him on
Yes.
The Masked Singer?
Yes.
Oh god, it kills me every time when he takes it off. He's like, former, I can't remember his exact
Former New York mayor and
New York Mayor Rudy.
I don't know.
Rudy
what
Giuliani.
Everyone's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, whoop-de-doo. What about you, Basque? Who's the celeb that you would have mixed feelings about being in the ring with on the masked celebrity, on the masked boxer?
And this is not gonna make any sense. But I have a personal
Rudy Giuliani.
it's Jarrett Culver.
He gets to punch you in this scenario. In this fake show, your hands are tied and he's punching you.
Wait, wait.
Get the satisfaction.
Wait. Why are we? No. You get to fight them. You get to box them.
I thought we were tied up and they just got to punch us.
My answer is easily Jarrett Culver because he absolutely will beat my ass. But if I get to just like get me just one good lick in there, that's all I need.
Could you imagine being the celebrity and getting knocked out in a mascot, and they go to take your head? Like, congrats! Who do you think you just knocked out? And you're like, I don't know, Jared Leto, and they take take the helmet off, and it's like the antithesis of Jared Leto, and they're like
the Joker makeup smeared all across his face.
That'd be even better if you got it right. Like, I think that was Jared Leto because I fucked this shit up. Like, how'd you know?
I heard a pussy ass grunt from the other side when I punched him.
I heard a cat.
It would be worse though if you like beat the person up and it's like, oh my god, it's Anna Diarmas.
That's the other thing.
I just beat up AOC. Why did you make me do this?
It can't be like the rule is it's a celebrity of your that's the thing is like, God, you wouldn't want let's go in the opposite way. It's like Aaron. I don't know why I keep going to Aaron Donald, but he's the most scary one. It's Mike Evans.
He's aggressively
it's like Mike Evans fighting a woman. Like he's in the mascot. Yeah. Like no, that's not okay. Like we can't. We can't.
Just like a butterfly, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And me, so I was like, hey man, dystopian future. How long? How we could do it now? How many seasons in the future do you think we can air it? Yeah. But the reason I bring up boxing and celebrity matches and stuff like that, like I said, today's episode revolves around. It is a fun one, correct? But it is an episode that the topic is about the time Floyd Mayweather stepped into a WWE ring. So you guys both
know him.
You do both. Yep, you brought him up. You guys both know who he is. Well, in 2008, he stepped into the ring at WrestleMania 24.
Hey, recession hit all of us, man. We got to take extra jobs.
It did not hit him. Didn't.
let me tell you when the Super Bowl was in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I remember I was going to school one day, and I remember I saw 20, a dead serious 20 Escalades, all with TMT on the side, driving down the road. Every single one of them. That man has the deepest pockets I've ever seen.
He only posts his winnings onto Instagram, so it's like, there's no way. Like he has losers that he doesn't post, but at the same time, like, good lord,
it's like Drake posting his betting slips on his IG story.
It's the inverse. You only see the winning ones from Mayweather after they've won. You only see Drake posting ones that
Drake losing multi-million dollars on like a college basketball game.
Degenerate stuff. But he takes on the Big Show. That's right.
I know him. I know them.
Yes. Floyd Mayweather takes on the Big Show at WrestleMania 24. So we're going to watch how that got set up and the match itself. Gerp, do you have a prediction of who wins between the Big Show and Floyd Mayweather?
Okay, so the Big Show, fantastic group of people. They are great to watch. If I'm thinking of the right people. Am I not thinking of... No, I'm thinking of the New Day. Oh, okay, this is why I shouldn't have come on a wrestling podcast. This is why I shouldn't have. Big Show, I don't fucking know. I think Mayweather's going to win because he likes winnings. He likes money. He's not going to put in his contract that he can lose.
Okay. Basque, what about you? Do you think the Big Show or Floyd Mayweather win?
See, that's a great point. I didn't even think about the fact that this is like he has to win. Like he has to win. There's no way his ego would be like, no, I'm signing on to lose.
It's like The Rock and Vin Diesel being in Fast and the Furious, where they can't have one getting a punch up on the other.
But then it would be really bad. It'd be really bad for the WWE if the Big Show lost. See, I'll take the Big Show just to be the contrarian.
All right, so we've got Bass taking the Big Show and Gerp taking Floyd Mayweather. We're going to go watch that. We'll come back. We'll tell you who won right here on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. Hey, everybody, taking just a moment out of this week's episode to talk to you about support.grum.tv, the Patreon, where we have some good stuff brewing. Last week, I put up for the Elite and the Elite of the Elites a exclusive watch-along of the Lions Den match, the very first Lions Den match between Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock. Also up there, you got early access to the video that just came out. This is coming out this week of my tiering of the WrestleMania main events. It's going to be it's quick. I think it's quick. For like 40 so matches, tiering that is tough. I decided to do it all in one video, but it's a nice one. Trust me, it's a good one. Also, you also got the script for the Sami Zayn video, that if you would like to read it in my words, there it is. And then hear it in my words. You'll hear it first. You'll hear it first on the Patreon. Support.grum.tv. Also, coming to the support.grum.tv. More exclusive content, more watch-alongs, more full pay-per-view watch-alongs with guests. It's going to be a good time. Come by support.grum.tv if you want the more content. If you continue to just listen for free, I love it. Thank you. Also leave us a rating and review on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. I appreciate that. Now let's get back to the episode. We are back here on the dork side of the ring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're back. We technically never left, but we are back. We're back. We just got done watching the Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show match at WrestleMania 24.
Big Show.
Exactly. Basque, alphabetically speaking, your first impressions of what we just watched.
I still can't get over how aggressively large the Big Show is. That's like, I know, like, you can watch like the NBA, you see 7 foot tall people, and then you watch the Big Show, who's like 7 foot tall and also like 450 pounds. Like, that is like huge human being.
That Big Show makes Embiid look not small, but he makes Embiid not look ridiculously he's like a wildly different person. Like, he just looks like he's standing next to somebody his own size. Like, yeah,
it's like, oh, this is just 2 6'2" people.
It's like, oh, like, here are just 2 average people. It's like, no. Put an average person next to these people, please.
No, this man looks like he's piloting the flesh equivalent of a mech.
It's
and that's what it was. It was
a robot.
It was two Floyd Mayweathers, but one was inside of a large white man. Like,
it's like Men in Black. It's like Men in Black, where they have like the little alien inside the dude's head.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. It's like Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
Or a deeper cut, Meet Dave, the one where Eddie Murphy's piloted by a bunch of tiny Eddie Murphys. Everyone loves that cut.
That's a great cut. Gerb, what about you? First impression of what we just watched?
That was entertainment, baby. Like, that was good to watch. That had like actual agility in punching. That had some baller ass big hits thrown. That had some cheating. That had some scandals. That was good TV, baby.
Was that the best thing I've shown you, Gerb?
In terms of like, yeah, I think it was. I think that was the most well thought out like production that you've shown me. I was a fan. I was a big fan.
What about
big fan of Big Show.
Big fan of Big Show. Only one person.
No, it just rhymed. It just rhymed.
just the one person who is the Big Show. Basque, what about you? Is this, of the Dork Side episodes I've shown you, where does this rank?
I think nothing will ever top God. Like, I really don't like.
What's up, brother? Nothing will ever top God.
Yeah, all praise. No, I really don't think like anything tops Vince McMahon versus God. Like, I really don't. But no, that was awesome.
Keep in mind, my 2 prior were the Chucky interview and Mr. America.
Yeah,
it's like the best thing you've shown me is not that high of a bar.
That is true, but now it is a pretty good bar for me to show you.
Yeah, it is.
Meanwhile, I'd be like, hey, Basque, you want to watch Kurt Angle drown people in milk? And do you want to watch Vince McMahon have such an ego trip he takes on God? Yeah, so... Yeah, you're not wrong. There's a bit of inequity in what I've shown you, Gerp, so I figured you were due for a good one.
I appreciate it.
So when we started, we watched the Big Show come out at No Way Out 2008 that set up this whole thing up when he attacks, or he goes to attack Rey Mysterio and Floyd Mayweather stops him.
Is Mysterio friends with Mayweather? Is there like a backstory there?
So at the beginning of the match, he comes out and they dap up. So Rey Mysterio wrestled Edge for the World Heavyweight title and lost. And before the match, he dapped up Floyd Mayweather. So like, Floyd's, from, in Vegas, he's a boxer. He's put, him and Ray are friends and shit like that. And originally had Rey Mysterio not got, tore his bicep, it was going to be Rey Mysterio and Floyd Mayweather taking on Shane McMahon and the Big Show.
Holy shit.
Awesome.
And it would have been great because we would have got like Floyd Mayweather having to sell Shane McMahon has some of the worst punches I've ever seen. He literally like he has like shadow punches, like like these rabbit punches, but he just does this, like he doesn't extend his arms, but he's like, and it's like,
yeah, we'll use you as a speed bag.
Yeah, whereas Floyd
That's
Mayweather,
amazing.
where we watch Floyd Mayweather actually do that and land,
He could actually punch someone
and actually land every single one of them. So it would have been, we were robbed of what could have been an incredible laughing moment, but this was still very good.
That was so good.
But yeah, so then the Big Show comes out in Gerp. Can you describe what he came out looking like?
The Big Show looks like if a father was doing a prank on their daughter for prom and wore the black prom dress that they were going to come out.
Oh, you were talking about. Oh, I meant at No Way Out, but yeah, no, his attire.
The other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Yes. Okay. So this one, I specifically said that he came out. Mm-hmm.
That was the best analogy you could have possibly chosen. That was such a good analogy.
See, I don't have wrestling knowledge, so I have to equate it to real world.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, no, yeah, his singlet, the Andre the Giant-esque singlet.
But the first time he came out with his 30-day Weight Watchers chip, and it looks like he was doing a Subway commercial a la Jared Fogle before the whole kids thing. Like he came out, he showed off his sliver waist. He was like, "I got my blue jeans that are only a size like 80."
It's one of those Hydroxycut commercials. It's I went from a size 12 to a size 10 in 38 days.
I went from a size 46 to a size 40 in 49 days.
Wow.
My shoe size is still 22.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. But yeah, the youth pastor fit of
the youth pastor energy, where he's just a big bald guy named like Scott or something.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, that's Brother Scott.
Yeah, who always refer. Don't call me. I'm not a priest, but call me Brother Scott. You know, and you're like, hey,
I am not father.
He refers to everybody as brother. Like
we're all brothers and sisters.
He's like,
in
hey
Christ, man.
Hey brother, look here. What's going on at school, brother? Like,
he absolutely
like this is weighing on your heart.
He has like a dime bag of weed like somewhere in his robe.
Okay, now I'm on board with this guy. I want that pastor. I never had a fun pastor like that.
He just like, you know, he drives his van. He's just like,
he uses Bible verses as rolling paper. Yeah, I'm
his acoustic guitar has a rainbow strap because he is kind of woke.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on his personal card, not his work one. He's got a Jesus Christ is my pilot, and we're cruising for pussy bumper sticker.
Right above the coexist bumper sticker.
Yeah. And right next to his I would have voted for him for a third time.
I was gonna say, does he have the Bernie Sanders 2020 and 2016?
He absolutely has Obama 08 hope on.
He is a Prius the size of Shaq's custom Buicks.
Yeah, he wears two Prius as a shoe.
yeah, he drives a Prius, even though it's uncomfortable for him, but sacrifices have to be made to
comfortable for the earth.
Yeah.
No, the coexist bumper stickers.
He has a pet chinchilla, and I can't explain that one, but it fits.
Pet chinchilla.
Tell me it doesn't fit.
Coincidentally, the chinchilla is on the other side of his robes from the dime baggie of weed.
Lives in his pocket.
Indica or sativa, it's just whatever God says.
Whatever God says.
Indica, sativa, or chinchilla.
He looks and he goes, Indica. All right, and then gives you a
exactly.
Is God in your pocket or something? And you're like, a child of God, and pulls out a chinchilla.
If
chinchilla is the dealer.
If God didn't want us to smoke weed, he wouldn't have made it, man. Like,
exactly. Believe it or not, this chinchilla is the god that pinned Vince McMahon.
He's at his fourth youth church because he keeps getting ran out of town for smoking weed and being quote unquote a bad influence.
Listen, the kids are cool with it. It's the white moms that keep ousting him.
He's like he's in like a dry county town.
They're like, get out of here. He's like, all right, if that's what's making, but you're really hurting your kids more than you're hurting me. And he just gets in his Prius that he's got it, and then he backs up his trailer, and gets on going. And the trailer's just got 420 on it, and that's it.
Yeah. Just one pot leaf on the back as a bumper sticker. And then he has like the most sage wisdom that doesn't make sense to the kids until they're like 30 years later, and they're like, oh, I get what he was saying.
Brother Big Show was right.
Yeah.
Maybe he was.
It's not the size of the man in the mech. It's the size of the flesh mech you're piloting. Meet Dave was an analogy.
But yeah, so the Mayweather. So Big Show comes out looking like a youth pastor. The medical team is checking in on Rey Mysterio and getting him out because he tore his bicep, and he's talking
very slowly because he's part of the next act.
Yeah, because he's hurt, and the Big Show notices him and kind of ignores him. Then he's like wait, this guy's taking up my moment by being injured. And then grabs him like a father would grab their child when they're acting up at a Walmart or something. And they're just like, what are you? And then just like, and he starts like mocking.
Like the youth pastor grabs the kids when they act out in church.
Look here, brother, you're acting up now, all right?
God isn't happy about this.
So he grabs Ray and like drags Ray to Floyd like, this your boy? This your boy? Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck him up. It's like
holding him up in court, like, where did he touch you?
He really like Rey Mysterio is a small man by society standards. In the hands of the Big Show, he looks like a little doll. He
is a replica of a human being.
It's just like he's just bullying him. Floyd's security team is like holding him back, and he's kind of wants to fight, but
holding him back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hold me back. Make it look like you're holding me back, guys. And then
I'm begging you, please hold me back.
Basque, how would you describe the Big Show responding to being in the ring with Floyd Mayweather the first time we saw it when he's in his youth pastor suit?
He's just like this person is not like even remotely the same size as me. Like it's like a gnat almost. It's like, no, I really don't really care that bad. And then he gets punched in the nose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got that big cousin energy. He's got that like, you can't fucking touch me.
Yeah, until you get punched in the nose.
Until he gets touched, and he's like, okay, now I'm mad.
He got lit up. Gave him a quick 3-piece and bounce. Like he's like, oh shit, I hit him for real. Like we gotta go. To the point where Big Show is barreling over everybody in effort to get to him, like chasing everybody, barreling over security who is there like to work security for the show. They're like, hey,
security who's the size of his leg, who's not securing anything from him.
No. And then Shane McMahon comes out and like, whoa, hey there, big fella. The sun's going down, big fella.
You messed up. I don't know what to say. You made a bad choice.
Yeah, that was great. But how about the image of him just bleeding, gushing, like just from his nose, man,
spitting like a cup of blood out of his mouth.
Yeah, there's enough blood there to like give to somebody through a blood donor.
there's enough there for the next like national disaster. The show is a sick fuck because as soon as he calmed down, he's like, "This is good," and then like had this smile of just blood, and I'm like, "Oh, he's disgusting." That's nasty.
That's a scary person.
And meanwhile, this is right after Shane McMahon was like, he shouldn't have came in, but you shouldn't have provoked him. And he's like, dog, it's my ring. Like, I'm the wrestler here. I'm supposed to be in there. And he's like, you made a bad choice.
Oh my God.
Like, how arrogant do you need to be like, I can handle myself against a undefeated championship boxer.
Okay, but you get a certain level of arrogance that's passable when you are 500 pounds and 7 feet tall.
But he gives up the height. He got down on a knee.
Yeah, okay, he gets down on one knee and just like, and he was still, okay, for the record, he gets down on one knee and he's like maybe 2 inches.
Still tall.
maybe 2 inches shorter tthan Floyd.
It's like when you're outside and you get scared by a moth, where you're just like, what the fuck? There's a bug around me, and then you're like, oh, it's a goddamn moth, and then you do everything you can to kill it.
Oh yeah, like you find like all the like you feel the spider crawling on your leg. It's like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. So then you get scared, you get angry, and you overreact, and then the moth punches you in the face. It happens every time.
Bust your nose and leave you looking like a fool.
yeah.
But yeah, so coming out of that interaction, would you have put your money on Floyd winning? Just knowing that he could tag him like that and leave him like that?
Never.
Okay. Gerp.
Honestly, the bloody nose made me think that Floyd could have won. Yeah.
I was gonna say you picked Floyd, so like you were in full on like Floyd's gonna win, but Basque had picked the Big Show for contrarian reasons, but also
it was big man solidarity.
Yeah, big man solidarity. And so the match comes out. I still don't know what Floyd came out to song wise for the.
I swear that was Jeezy. I could just be wrong. I swear it was Jeezy.
I'm gonna see real quick, but so now we had the Big Show come out, and then Floyd comes out, and he's raining money down. Like that was it. Like he just raining money into the crowd.
I don't know why did they think he needed a shtick before he could do wrestling? So they're like, all right, you are Floyd Money Mayweather. You have a big chain. You drop money down. Your pants are big. Your jacket's big. You have money.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So, producer Anthony Lawrence Dash sued Mayweather along with WWE for $150,000 over his.
I was gonna say I looked up Floyd Mayweather WWE, and this was like the third WWE.
Wow.
And it was like the third thing. Now I was like, yeah, no, he sued them in 2008
for using that song.
Yeah.
Damn.
He said, the judge ruled that Mayweather did not owe Dash any money because, according to the ruling, Dash wasn't entitled to a cut of the profits from the use of the song because he couldn't prove that Mayweather even made money off of the song in the first place. Same with WWE,
True.
Which is true. You can't be like, oh, that's the reason why you made money. It's like, no shit.
Yeah. It's not like they charge baseball players every time they pick a walkout song.
Yeah.
It was originally Dash alleged that that song Mayweather came into the ring at Mania 24 was a version of his originally copyrighted material, Tony Gunn's Meat. The lawsuit that Mayweather used his theme, Yep, at Mania 24 and on Raw, and it further states that Yep is, quote, music that includes the plaintiff's Tony Gunn's beat track with lyrics added to the track.
Okay, so it was him rapping.
I guess so, yeah.
My apologies to Jeezy for even mentioning your name alongside Floyd Mayweather.
On April
Floyd Mayweather was rapping during that?
Wait, this is hilarious. Hold on. On April 15th, WWE reiterated their claims that they initially planned to play a 50 Cent song for Mayweather's entrance, but the night before the pay-per-view, Mayweather's manager, Leonard Ellerby, gave WWE's vice president of music, Neil Lawley, a CD of the contested song and requested the company play that instead. So we would have had.
Amazing.
Could you imagine? I mean, because we have the very, very like viral moment of, hey, why'd Floyd say "fuck me" for? Melissa fucked your best friend, and then Floyd Mayweather. If you can read the first chapter of a Harry Potter book,
$750,000 to a charity of your choice.
Fuck the ice.
Doug, that video,
we could have had more lore to that because it'd be like, dog, that would have been hilarious if 50 Cent came if he had, because it would have been. I'm trying to think of what 50 Cent song it would have been off the top of my head.
It just comes out to In the Club.
In the Club. It's obviously In the Club.
It has to be In the Club.
Or Candy Shop.
No, certainly not Candy Shop. No, it would.
Come on.
No.
See, now I got to find out. What the song was.
Part of me wants to say that all right, so it's 2007, right? Mm-hmm. So this is post Massacre, but probably not before Curtis. So it's definitely from Get Rich or Die Trying or Massacre. And I want to say it's piggy bank, but I'm also not sure because piggy bank is a wildly offensive song.
Okay, great. Hold on. From Double XL magazine,
Okay.
2007. 50 Cent to perform new single at Mayweather De La Hoya fight. The song Straight to the Bank. That makes so much sense.
That would be right.
Yeah. Well, no, because that came out. Oh no, 2007.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah,
2008. So it probably would have been Straight to the Bank.
Just because, again, Money Mayweather. Straight to the, again, context clues. I could be wrong, but that makes way too much sense.
No, that's pretty.
I get it.
That's pretty.
He was gonna debut it at Mayweather's event.
Yeah,
at Mayweather. Yeah, at De La Hoya Mayweather.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I'm looking at the track listings.
Wait, what year or what time of the year did
Mania
this happen?
This was in April, so around this time in 2008.
Okay, so this was April 26th, 2007.
Yeah, so a year later. That was a year. So that was the 50 Cent thing was a year before his Mania match.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I think it would have been Straight to the Bank.
That. The only thing, I'm trying to think of what other, if it wasn't just, it probably would have been Straight to the Bank. They didn't say it, but I would have loved if it was Piggy Bank, because that would have been, again, absolutely. I Indie Club would have been hilarious too, though.
It would have been so good. He just comes down like he fitted in the Super Bowl from the ceiling.
Exactly. But no, so it came out to a song. It was not a nondescript song. It wasn't it was a very 2007 song. It definitely
was insert generic hype song here
from 2000. Yeah. Very funny that somebody's like, that cost me millions of dollars because he made. It's like,
if anything, you gained money from them playing it and people hearing it.
You fumbled the bag by going for the lawsuit. You've been like, hey, I heard you guys use my song. Would you like to get some beats?
Mm-hmm. Would you like to make a video?
Because it's not like they were like, hey, buy my song afterwards. So you can't prove. And WWE was like, hey, go listen to this. No, none of that was the thing. Mm-hmm. But then the match happens, and we get the nice little moment of cat and mouse where Big Show's like, I'm the big guy. I'm going to catch you. And, Floyd was ducking underneath him. And my favorite one is before he started punching him was that he, the Big Show goes into the corner and he just pushes him into the corner and he doesn't move at all. He's just like, eh. He's like, oh shit.
It literally looked like a two-hand touch tackle.
And then that's when Floyd started throwing some body punches, connecting, although he had to jump on a lot of them. He had to get on his tippy toes.
There's a solid minute and a half where he's just piggybacking on the dude.
Yeah. He's choking him out. He's got him down. And then that's when he tags him twice. And then he goes into his corner. And he's like, yeah. And he gets this chalice, this goblet. And he's just drinking out of it to get water like it's a corner.
Poor chalice guy.
And then Big Show just trucks the goblet guy.
While he's just drinking water, the poor stand Bob, just a right hook to the face. Dude falls off the top of the ring and just goes down.
And then he picks him up. He reaches over
by the shirt
and yoinks him up, throws him in, rips off of his shirt, and then goes, "Oh,
this man asked for none of that."
And then slapped him on his chest. You say that. I'm sure the guy's a wrestling fan.
Of course.
I
just picture this goblet holder coming home at night and just being like, I had such a bad day at work.
Did you? Your guy won. So.
He got sucker punched by a 500-pound man. I don't care.
That's fair. Well, that's part of, you're working security for Floyd Mayweather. What,
true.
So, and then Big Show starts getting he starts getting his licks in.
Comeuppance.
Yeah, he starts beating up on Floyd. He chops Floyd's chest.
A lot of stomping, a lot of landing on.
A lot of standing on him. All while this is going on, Floyd Mayweather Sr. is there saying, you can't do that. That's not allowed. You're not, stop it. He's cheating. And it's it's a anything goes match, Floyd Senior. Like, I know your son can't read, but do you not know what that means? Like, he didn't know what the contract said. He just signed his name where the X was.
Yeah,
he saw $20 million and was like, "Mwah."
Your eyes are popping out like the awooga.
Like
dollar signs for pupils.
Meanwhile, his eyes are then popping out like he's getting used like a squeeze toy. Like, meh.
Yeah, it's that.
Donald
20 million?
Cartoon damage.
20 million? But then,
if anyone ever put like anything close to that amount of money in front of me, that fox, the awooga fox, is what I would turn into.
Oh boy,
banging my hand on the table.
Yeah, 20 million. Let's go.
Yeah,
Fucking punch me. I don't care.
I love though that the we get to like they
come back to that. I come back. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is completely off topic. I saw somebody on Twitter asked, would you allow for yourself to be waterboarded for an hour for $1 million? Yeah. I'm like, what is that? Why do you even think of that?
Probably
2
not
hours,
for $1 million.
$2 million?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I?
For an hour for $1 million? $1 million ain't what it's worth anymore, man. Like,
I don't see. I'd have to see what 1 minute of it was like. It's like if I can do this 60 times, maybe I would have to try.
Do you know how much
it taxed
it would
$1 million?
Solve?
Oh no, it's just straight cash.
All right.
The government has no clue that this has happened.
Yeah, so that's one house. Like I just bought a house, which would be cool, but then I got to pay property tax. I got to pay upkeep.
And don't buy a house.
The fuck am I going to do with $1 million? What are you doing with $1 million?
Pay off everything. Let it make its own money and buy a cool car because I was going to say
I'm living my life.
You're going to buy a car, which is even worse than buying a house.
Not like a fucking Ferrari, but I'm going to get something that doesn't have the check engine light on 24/7.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm just I'm going to try. I turned to a venture capitalist so fast.
That's how Bass gets into Overwatch. He's like, I'm going to fund a Minnesota team. Like,
there we go. I would also complete the collection of $500 Lego cars that I have.
That's okay. That I respect that.
Thank you.
See, that's the difference again with age. You guys are talking about just buying. Me, I'm like, man, $1 million would be nice, but also like, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't.
You're looking at your 401k.
Like I'm
right
like,
now.
I'm like.
I don't know what a 401k is.
Yeah, I'm like, I would put it in my 401k, but also like probably put some away for some future kid stuff or buy a house.
Nah, fuck kids.
Fuck those kids. This is my $1 million. If they want $1 million, they can waterboard it.
Exactly.
I don't think
I'll give him my guy's number, but I'm not doing it again for them.
No.
See, I don't know if you could pay. I don't know if you could pay me to have kids. Like, I don't know if
that's the thing I'm saying too.
If you change it to $1 million for kids, I'm like, no.
You have to have a kid for $1 million. For $1 million, you have to have a kid.
No.
Well, I don't know. Waterboard, sure. Yeah, I'll get waterboarded for $1 million. Be a father? No.
I give up an hour of my life for $1 million, or I give up 18 years of my life for $1 million.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Waterboarded for 1 hour or 18 years at least of dealing with a child. Give the waterboard.
Honestly, kid, worse torture than waterboarding. You ever heard how loud they are?
There is absolutely somebody that's listening to this that as a kid, I apologize.
I was gonna say
I don't fuck your kids.
We sound like assholes.
Hey man, your
kids are awesome. I'm not gonna say I just don't want them. Like that's all.
Nobody else thinks your kids are awesome. They're awesome to you, and that's great. I don't care about your kids. I'm gonna keep it honest with you.
See, okay. I'm cool with kids. I'd like for like an hour. Like that's fine.
Okay, so would you rather get waterboarded for an hour or deal with somebody else's kids for an hour?
See, I used to work with kids. Like, no, I could definitely do that.
Okay. What parameters do the kids have to be returned in?
Oh my God.
Do I have to take care of them? Do I have to feed them and water them, or can I just
water
lock them in a closet?
Water them like they're
you have to treat them with basic human decency, Kerp.
I'll feed them an iPad. It's fine.
Yeah, kids are fine.
Yeah, just get them
I just
addicted to
don't want one
iPads.
for 18 years, man. That's chaos.
Let it be known, I have 3 very young siblings that I take care of and love. I'm not like kicking kids at local parks in my free time.
However, I will kick them out. Gerp will kick them out if he's trying to swing on the swing and there's no swing.
Listen,
he says
we were
adult
at a
swing
restaurant
time.
recently, and there was this woman on the phone, and her kid was going around doing whatever it wanted, and like it just came up and stood at the end of our table, and I'm just like, can you go away?
I will say, kids are hilarious, dog. Kids are so funny.
They're stupid.
Me and Katie.
I worked at like an after. Sorry, I
No,
really
good. You're good. You're good.
I totally took this off the rails.
No, it's fine.
You should hear my last 2 episodes.
But I used to work like as like a after school, like we had like an after school thing at my job where like kids would be there till their parents could like come pick them up or whatever. You know, they do a homework, they go play on the playground. And it was a lot of fun. I remember I used to play soccer with the kids, and I'm like a really large human being. And there was one time I turn around, this kid just punts the ball straight into my stomach. I don't think I've heard a child laugh louder than that. I was
yeah, that happens. They're assholes.
Like a 5th grade. This is like a 5th grader. So this kid, like, there's a little bit of behind it, and they just spoke a soccer ball right into my stomach and knocked the wind out of me, and they just died laughing. It was so fun.
Kids are mean. I have 2 younger brothers. One of them is more sports oriented, and one of them is like thinner, taller. So like he has to find creative ways to get back at him. One time, the older brother like punched the little one or did something, and he got upset. But the little one like they didn't do anything about it right away, which was weird. And then like 10 minutes later, we hear her screaming because the older one's crying that the younger one burnt down his house in Minecraft.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was the greatest form of payback I had ever seen. And there were like emotions that had happened there. He was like, he didn't fuck with them for a minute.
Yeah, because I'll burn down your whole fucking village, my guy. Don't check. Yeah. I'll go to Roblox. I'll spend the Robux to fuck your shit up. But no, going back to like how kids are hilarious. Me and Katie now do this bit where when we're done drinking water or something, you know how kids when you give them like, hey, like drink your juice, when they're like running around and you can tell that they haven't drank anything for a while. Yeah, and they go, oh gosh. Right. I'll just be like, I'll be drinking my water and I'll be like. And it's just like, why are they so out of breath drinking water? And it's
they sound like me walking upstairs.
Because they're like, I need to get this done immediately. Yeah, because it's always I don't need that anymore.
You said juice. I just remembered the come in here and get y'all juice.
I don't know how to make the transition back.
I apologize.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, no, like Floyd was running low on the juice when he was getting his shit rocked. And the Big Show goes to fucking like drop an elbow for a second time on Floyd, and they just pull him out, and they're like, "Let's go. We're done. We're done." And and Big Show's like, and gets out and starts running up the ramp as fast as he can, and bowls over like 4 of his security guys.
It feels like a tank alt in like League of Legends that just charges forward and nothing can stop it.
It's like a Reinhardt just going, I'm gonna
pretty much.
I'm throwing. But like as Bass said, it sounds like when it's basically what Andre Iguodala heard when he in the 2016 finals.
Yeah, it's when like you see NBA players just blow layups because they hear someone like running behind them. Like that's exactly what happened.
And he just barreled over 4 guys.
You are coming back here. And then all of a sudden the ref decided, no, you can't have outside help now.
It's an anything goes. No one knew that anything goes for some reason. I'm confused. No one remembered what Lillian Garcia said right before it.
And then my absolute hero, the most unlucky person in the world, comes in to save this match because he's the biggest idiot I've ever seen. Mayweather's getting his shit kicked in by a 7 7-foot tall man. And this guy who's nobody decides to come in with a chair for Floyd and is like, I got you, brother.
And he honestly,
Decked, instantly picked up, smashed into the ground. But this hero decided to wear a brass knuckle chain and saved the universe.
Saved the universe. What are you saying, Basque?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like the guy that smacked Floyd on not Floyd, smacked the Big Show in the back. It's like a mosquito bit him. Like that's all.
Possibly the worst decision this man's ever made in his life.
Let me poke the bear. Let me poke the proverbial.
But
bear.
It distracted him enough for Floyd to get a weapon that is illegal in the United States.
That is true. And well, you forgot right before all that is Floyd took the steel chair and he hit the Big Show with it a couple times, and then got grabbed around the neck again and sent one right between the uprights and kicked the Big Show in his Big Show.
There was some Nard shots. The Nard shots did happen in this no holds barred fight.
It only took him until the end of the match to do it. It's like anything can go. Kick him in the dick.
The chair also got very dented.
I was gonna say, and then he takes the chair after. Imagine getting kicked in the dick, and then a guy's like, "I'm gonna smash a steel chair across your head." Like, Basque, what's going through your mind other than, "Ow, that fucking hurt"?
Dude, like I one time cracked my head open, jumping down the stairs. Long story.
Getting kicked in the dick with a steel chair.
Like getting hit over the head with a steel chair has to. There's no like. I don't care if you like just tap somebody on the head. Like that still is gonna hurt, dude. Like there's no way that didn't hurt like hell.
Steel is in the name. It's made of steel.
Solid steel.
It's like, oh gosh, I don't know how much you could waterboarding for an hour or getting sorry, no.
Waterboarding for an hour, getting hit once with a steel chair by Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, exactly. I'm good.
I think I wouldn't remember the chair, so I'll pick that one.
Yeah,
I'm not standing up after it like Big Show.
One will cause me concussion and concussion related symptoms. The other one will just give me like psychosis and PTSD. So, you know,
if you're doing it outside of the Mayo Clinic, I'm there. Like if you get me over the top of the head and like then put me on a gurney, yeah.
In terms of betrayal at House on the Hill, you're either losing one in buff or one in sanity.
Yeah, here you go.
That's a joke for like 10 people that listen to this, and they're gonna love it.
And then Floyd gets the brass knucks, takes him right off of his guy's necklace, puts him on, and fucking just cold cocks the Big Show right in the jaw.
That was it.
And Big Show's down for the count. He's struggling to get to his feet. And,
he's doing half a sit-up by the 9 count.
Yeah. And Floyd's your winner. And he just, I mean, again, I think I would rather, now here's the question. Would you rather get hit by Floyd with a steel chair or a brass knucks?
Steel chair.
So quick.
Dude,
so fast.
Steel chair.
So fast.
Like I'll take yeah, I was gonna say steel chair because I just don't want to like break my jaw.
That's the thing. Steel chair will just knock me unconscious. Brass knuckles will shatter a bone.
It's true.
Like brass knuckles, you're drinking your dinner through a straw for like
the United States didn't outlaw steel chairs. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true. Well, as we're wrapping up here, I do have one more question here. What you saw between the Big Show and Floyd Mayweather, would you have liked to see a rematch? Do you think there's money, pardon the pun, in a rematch between the Big Show and Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Yeah, Gerp, you think so? Yeah.
I was gonna say, logistically, I don't think there will ever be a rematch between the two.
Yeah, I think they're a little too old. But like, if you could like throw like if we're back in 2010 and doing that, yeah, no, I'm there.
So
even like ego-wise, I don't think Mayweather's the one that will like throw back as a money match. He's like, nah, I beat you, I won, I'm the champion.
Yeah,
that's true. That is true. They tried. I believe WWE tried to get. I believe they tried to get the match as an unofficial match, like for him, like as boxing. But I think they were like, no.
Yeah. He also got absolutely fucked up in that fight. Even if he did win, he got stomped on, stepped on, punched, dropped.
At one point, the Big Show literally stood on him in the middle of the ring, on his belly and on his thigh.
Yep.
No, you couldn't pay me enough to have
Oh,
that.
dude, imagine he's like, he couldn't have been under 350, 400 pounds.
He was I believe at that time, he was 423. Because they were talking about, because he was very proud of, he used to be like I said, 520, 525. So he had lost 100. He had lost.
That's why he came out doing the Subway commercial.
He had lost 150 pounds, and then he gained another 25, 30. So he was at 405, 415.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm good.
Basque has to stand on himself. That's.
Yeah, no, I'm good,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know how much I weigh. I don't need that.
No. I don't want to stand on myself either. So I can only imagine somebody who's heavier than me. No, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
Gerp. What are your takeaways from today on the dork side of the ring?
Well, I was probably getting Chinese takeaway after this, but
dumb.
Overall, that was just a good match. There was a story behind it. There was real stakes in it for these two. There was passion behind it. They were mad at each other, and it was fun to watch. It was a good fight.
On the line, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
It was good. If I was staying up watching this live, I would have been fucking great event. That was a great fight. I would have been on my feet afterwards.
It was Big Show's been in a couple of these. I thought about doing an entire Big Show month where it's all the things that he's done. He's been in a sumo fight. He's been in this. He's done some other stuff. And
Big Show Toberfest, man.
Big Show Tober, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Basque, what about you? Final takeaways from your time on the dork side today.
I just think the Big Show just looks like a good mid words. Holy cow. Midwestern man. When he was rolling up, that was just he got punched in the nose and he started rolling up that was pre-punch in the nose. He starts rolling. That's just a good Midwestern man. Even if he's from South Carolina, we adopt him as one of our own children of the
children of the corn and the cheese.
Yes. So no, it was really fun. It was really fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's good. Basque, as you know, I like to give my guests an opportunity to plug their stuff, raise awareness for anything they would like to do, send out their social media stuff if they want. So the floor is yours.
No, I'm just here to have a good time, and we had a good time. I've got nothing to plug. Just be nice to everybody. Shout out to people. Just people, the human race.
Shout out people.
Yeah, shout out to them. So no, nothing to really plug. Just happy to be here.
Hell yeah, Gerp. The floor is yours for the same. Plug your social media stuff, anything you're working on, any awareness you would like to raise, any causes you'd like to raise awareness for is what I meant to say. The floor is yours.
There we go. No, I'm not doing too much. I'm just preparing for a move, so I'm kind of just not active. If you want to find me, you can find me at www.pizzahut.com/online order/delivery. But other than that, I'm pretty much just chilling.
I wasn't going to get takeout, but then you said you were going to get takeout. My brain's like, do you really want to make food?
I've got orange chicken sitting upstairs right now.
There you go. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. You can find Gerp. He won't plug it, but I will. You can find Gerp on Twitch when he's live. Twitch.tv/Gerp123.
If that happens again.
P123.
There we go.
And that's Gerp has been known to do some Overwatch, some Valorant, some Lego building.
I think that's been the last thing was the Lego.
Yeah.
But that's I've been wanting to get back into it more. Maybe after the move I'll try and pick it back up on some hobbies, but
there you go.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows where we go up
the
in
future
here.
The future is a big show.
There's
a big bad show tonight. You won't see it coming, but I promise you'll know it's the Big Show. Thank you guys.
That rhymed. If you didn't know, that rhymed.
Hey, yeah. Thank you guys for coming on. It was a blast. It was a fun episode, right, Gerp?
It was a very fun episode.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a grand old time.
And thank you guys for taking the leap and meeting each other here. And
of course,
and here in the stepping in the dork side of the ring, not knowing your tag partner. That's good.
Hey, I think we crushed it.
I think so too. I'm biased though. I think I crush. I think I crush it all the time.
Okay, well, we crushed it too.
Basque, do you think you crushed it?
No. I give myself a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. I think I did. I pulled my weight, my proverbial.
There we go.
Yeah, Basque being humble. You guys did great. Thank you guys for coming.
I would say 10 out of 10 for Basque.
Yeah, I'd say 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
But that's just me. So
it's just you. Thank you guys again. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and I can't wait till you guys come back on the Dork Side of the Ring.
Thanks for having us.
I'm looking forward to next time. Maybe I'll have some actual wrestling knowledge.
We said that last time. Who knows?
Listen.
Who knows?
Hey, another degenerate thing. I've been watching the Moist Wrestling League.
Oh, Jesus. All right. We don't need to talk. Nope.
Listen here. Hey, you want some Zoomer energy, you bring me on, all right? If you need to lower the age range of your demographic, Grandpa.
Damn. All right. I said I love you and everything. Now you call me Grandpa.
I did.
Damn.
I love you too, but you are old.
Damn. Thank you, Gerp. Thank you, Basque. I don't know why I've been doing it backwards alphabetically. I don't really like to do it. Thank you, Basque. Thank you, Gerp. Thank you, the listener, the viewer. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe on Twitter, on Dork Side Ring. Look at the little, look at this animation here. I like it. It's good. Just go ahead, support, hit that bell. I appreciate that. Leave a comment. Let me ask you who your celebrity opponent would be if you got a chance to step in a wrestling ring or a boxing ring, whichever one, however far you want to go with your simulated or actual violence you would like to on a celebrity. Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate that. Rate and review us on Apple and on Spotify. I appreciate that. And anywhere you can find your podcast, in fact, I bet they got a rating system. Let them know that you think the Dork Side of the Ring is at least a 4-star. Really, a 5-star is better, but I'll take a 4-star. 3-star, I'll adjust. If you leave a 2 or a 1-star, I will think that you just don't like the concept and it's not an affront to me, but just the podcast. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Support.grum.tv. That's the Patreon where you can become a financial backer of everything we got going on Dorkside. We got a video coming out later this week. We had a video coming out next week, all for WrestleMania stuff. I can't wait. We're going to have predictions as well. I forgot about that. We'll have predictions for WrestleMania both on night 1 and night 2. We'll do 2 separate videos because why not? Also 7-1 with so far on the year officially that I've said 7-1, but don't ask me about the prop bets. My prop bets are not great because I'm not a good bookmaker. I'll let that up for an expert. But thank you guys. Next week's episode is a good one. I promise this actual topic is a good one. I mean, like from the cons. I tell you this all the time. I said, you know what? There's a moment where you said it. I said it in the episode today with Gerp and Basque. I'm having Roby. I'm having Jim Jam on. We're talking about the time that Hollywood Hulk Hogan ran through, drove a Mack truck through an ambulance that had The Rock in it, and I cannot wait to talk about that in WrestleMania 18 with 2 guys who I adore. They're my good friends. They're great pals, and I think this falls a little bit out of their wheel well as far as wrestling knowledge. I'm excited. We'll probably talk a little bit about WrestleMania as well. It'll be a little preview-ish. We'll talk about a little bit about WrestleMania. We'll break the formula a little bit. It might be a long episode. Roby and Jim Jam, they're good friends. We love talking. I might put some of it on the Patreon as an exclusive. Who knows? I don't know yet. That's next week's episode. This week's one's in the book. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. If no one said it to you yet today, allow me to be the first one to say it to you. I love you. Thank you for coming here, watching the Dork Side of the Ring, stepping into the Dork Side of the Ring with me. I'll see you guys next week here, where we don't take wrestling seriously, because wrestling is better when no one is taking it seriously. I am Grum, and I'll see you guys here next week on the Dork Side of the Ring podcast. Stop!